much on message. Not the best of breaks there, though.
There's two ways to execute a cut break. Generally speaking, that's a 3/4 ball hit medium hard with body action, or cutting it a little more, spinning the cue ball, just like Mika Immonen did. It's more like a soft medium hit. And I think the latter is harder to execute consistently. He has a shot on the one, and he has Efren as an opponent. Does he want to get involved into a safety battle? He did win the last one. Makes a world of difference how close you position that cue ball behind the blocking ball. I don't think Efren has a route in between the rail and the 4-ball. He's massaying into the rail. What a shot. Great shot. Actually, I must say it is a great shot, but the rail in this case helps. It makes it easier for that cue ball to hook towards that 1-ball.
Well, they call him the magician, and we've just seen one of his tricks.
Looking at a containing safety, at least the object ball safe, and maybe the bonus. A 2-rail escape over the right side of the table for Efren. He's favorite to hit the 1-ball, but of course he would like to play a resave to make something happen here. Travel towards the 4. Wow, what a shot by Efren. He chose a more difficult path, 1 rail, but with a bigger probability of getting lucky. That's what he always says. I got lucky, but the more I practice, the luckier I get.
Nearly. But the cue ball jarring in the jaws of that top pocket has really helped Efren Reyes. Really helped. His tactical mastery and ability to see a shot that no one else can, I think, is unparalleled. There, though, fortune helped.
Yeah, beautiful. You can't beat that. A big miss there by Mika. It was not an easy shot. You'd expect him to make it.
Yes, especially after the momentum gain from that one. And so Reyes should have the simplest of propositions to run out and make it 2-1. We were talking about the World Cup of Pool right at the start of this match, of course, Alex. Efren Reyes and Francisco Bustamante won the inaugural World Cup of Pool, and their popularity in their native Philippines knows no bounds. Put the shoulder into that, not exactly technically textbook, but it worked.
It's not a jury sport.
It sure isn't, but there, Efren Reyes found guilty of pulling a rack back. He trails 2-1.
好，我们看到现在是轮到了 Reyes 的冲球。
好，冲球有球进啊！这次好像不进则已，一进大家都一起进了啊！一二都进了，然后3号球哇就在母球的前面，太好了啊！
哇，进了好像3个球啊！我们看到6号球进了，2号球进了。
对，1号球进中袋啊，这个就是这个1号球进中袋啊，就是他们这些选手啊，这个选择了这个袅袅冲的一个最大的原因啊，这个。因为由于这个一号球啊比较靠近球台的中央，所以说呢啊进中袋就更容易了啊，比原来的原点要进中袋就更容易了。
好，4号球，
哎，拉杆啊，这个拉杆走了这个3颗星上去啊。好，这个球以这个5号球的角度来看的话，必须在拉杆啊，左塞拉杆2颗星走到7号球的左边啊。好，拉杆2颗星弹上来。好，继续再拉杆回去。1颗星弹出来，哎，哇，角度做那么大，哇，会不会有什么意外？好，这个球可能必须要走母球可能要走2颗星了啊！这不管打哪个袋都要走，可能都要走2颗星了。用推杆的方式，好，我们看他下左塞啊，下左塞推杆，好，没问题啊，下左塞推杆走了3颗星，弹了下来，再多走一点点，好，保左下角底袋，好，看看有没有什么特殊的打法。好，球杆还够得到啊，所以说不需要特殊的打法。我们在过去曾经看到他把这个球杆放。
接花式撞球大师赛这场8强的比赛。
Rack 6 from race to break, leading 3 racks to 2.
Last break of Efren, he made 2 balls, but no third ball crossed the line. He needs to add some speed. Okay, this is a legal break. And a perfect shot on a 1. This should be a rack point for Efren. Could be a good rack for him to gain momentum, to pick up some rhythm.
He's playing in England for the first time since 2006. And right now, a marginal favourite, you would say, to make a winning return. He's never won this World Masters title, one of the few big events missing from his CV. But compatriots do have their names on the trophy. Francisco Bustamante in 1998 and again in 2001. And Dennis Acolo in Las Vegas in 2010. You can't keep a champion down.
You do.
I'll bet you breakfast the 6 goes.
Here we go. The 6 is the wing ball.
I'll
It's
bet
on the left-hand
I'll tell you what,
side.
I'll lay you 2 breakfasts to 1. No, I'll tell you, that's about the percentage. It's been going 8 out of 10 times. and maybe the 1 in the side also. Oh, he made the 1 in the side anyway. The 6 missed by a hair, but I was wrong. But look at the way they stopped.
Okay, very quickly, you can see that the 3 is in the open near the lower right-hand corner. The 4 is up table, adjacent to the cue ball. The 5 ball is to the right of the foot spot. The 6 is near the left-hand rail, near the side pocket. The 7 is underneath the black 8. So from the 6 to the 7 is a little bit of a problem. And also from the 5 to the 6. So therefore, he's going to have to come up with a good angle on the 5. Now he's looking to see if the 5 will pass the 7, because that's the pocket he would like to play position for the 5.
Yeah.
If he plays position for that corner pocket, then he can go around the table freely without having to go into the possible interfering 7 ball. So therefore, he's going to play position for the 5 in the lower left-hand corner.
And actually, once he moves the 5, falling on the 7 is an easier shot because he doesn't have that to contend with.
But he's got to come up with a pretty good shot on the 6 that carries a good angle to drop nicely for the 7.
Right.
So therefore, he has some work in this rack.
Yeah,
But that's
does.
what he gets paid for.
And he's been getting paid pretty well lately. He is one of the most successful pool players ever, financially.
Okay, now this is kind of interesting. He's rather flat on the 5. He's going to end up shooting the 6 in the upper left-hand corner, but he must come up with an angle. Now he's going underneath it with the cue ball, which indicates, or at least tells me, that no, he's not going to play position for the 6 in the upper left-hand corner. He's looking to play position for the 6 in the lower left-hand corner. That could be a problem. He's really not comfortable with this, Danny.
No, he got funny. He'd be all right here if he could make this and sit right on that side rail. He'll have an angle to get to the 7, if he goes that way, which he did. See it? Now he's fine.
Now that's where I thought he should have gone to begin with.
Yeah.
He wasn't really comfortable with that,
Yeah.
so he took a look at the other possibility and ended up shooting this one here, which I feel he made the correct decision, particularly now the way he laid on the 6. Very nicely executed, nicely run out. It was a nice run out on this particular rack.
Right.
Very nicely run.
Yeah, there's not any problem here. And you know, and Mika could start thinking about last rack when he missed. You know, it's all you have to do with someone like Efren is make one mistake and you're way in the hole.
Particularly after he pocketed the 1 in the side, because that ball he's playing. So therefore, if he has the good feel pocketing the 1 on the side, Mika may not have too many appearances at the table, considering that if Reyes is pocketing the 1 on the side, he's going to have that opportunity that he wants to run the balls. That's rack number 2. It also goes Efren's way.
Barracks, Jamie Barracks. And the reason I didn't know the name that well is he's a new player. I never heard of him really, but he's in the Final 4. So that's the winner of that table plays the winner of this table.
Keep in mind, this is a very short race to 7, and the difference in playability is actually the difference in the quality of play between these two players is very little when you're playing 9-ball, particularly in a short race to 7. Now, Reyes is considered the best player in the world today, but Mika Immonen isn't far behind.
Well, he was ranked number 1 one particular year. But here, the big thing about this short race is balls go on to break on this table. And when you break from the left side, the left corner ball goes in this left pocket and vice versa. So I expect them, whoever breaks is going to have a chance to run out.
Well, it was really important for Mika to jump out of the gate quickly. He had a good opportunity in rack number 1, as you just saw, but was unable to put down the 1-5 combination. Now, Reyes steps to the table. All balls are in the open. And Danny, you know as well as anyone, when all balls are in the open and Mr. Reyes is at the table, he takes care of business.
Yeah, you should have the rack in your hand ready to play the next game, especially the way they're sitting. You know, this is pretty easy layout. He's got, if you want to cause a trouble spot, it's right now. The 1 to the 2 might be the only chance to go straight, and that's easy.
He followed the cue ball, 2 cushions out of the corner for position for the 2. The 3 balls positioned on the same rail as the 2. Therefore, he may have to end up taking a little longer shot on the 3 than he wanted to, but shouldn't present much of a problem. Now, keep in mind, these are very small pockets. Now, the angle that he's going to be shooting this 3 from is a difficult angle, so he has to hit this shot cleanly.
Yeah, this looks like the only problem, and I figure him to make this.
Notice he took a little extra time in preparation and shooting that shot. Now, that shot's over, and I'm certainly sure he's glad that's over, because that was the tough shot in this rack.
Yeah. I see no problems here, especially Efren Reyes. Sometimes, look at this. Whew. Man, he hit that a little fuller. He could have been snookered. But then he would have kicked it in some way anyway.
Now, here's a little bit of a problem, because he's laying rather awkwardly on the 6. He may have to go around the 9, because trying to control the cue ball where the 6 is right now may be a problem. That's what he's going to do. He's going around the 9, traveling a little extra with the cue ball, but a fair trade-off, has a better shot on the 8.
Yeah, he's sitting pretty good here. Just have to make the ball and draw back a little. Shoot the spot shot. Well, he went forward. He had a little angle. He wanted to get close as he can to the 9, which you always try to do.
First shot on the 9 in this match isn't really considered an easy one, but he should handle it.
Well, Efren takes 1-0 lead. I'm curious to see where he...
Profit. And this also works as a booster of confidence. If you know that you have figured out the break and the speed and that you will be getting shots, that gives a lot of confidence. Add to that Efren Reyes not getting position on the first shot after the break a couple of times. The 4 and 7, good place to hide behind. Doesn't need to attack from here.
And the 8 comes into the equation also.
He did it. I think he did it.
Well, from Immonen's body language and that of Reyes, I don't think the snooker is there. I think Immonen can get through to the 2-ball. Just thinking, you know, as Reyes went back to his chair there, it's impossible to calculate how many racks of pool he must have played in his life. He must have come across virtually every eventuality and then played in some extraordinary venues, both in tournaments and for hard cash. What a story he could tell. And after that, he might be playing for a while longer here in Barnsley. The 3 will pot. It's tough, but it goes.
Intriguing choice of shot by Immonen. He had a straight shot on the 2, could have played a draw shot to leave himself straight on the 3, which seemed to pass the 9 ball. Never threatened to the pocket, Efren Reyes. And that is the harsh part, that with age his B game is weakening. But now and then, once and again, he can still bring his A game. So it's very tough for him, I suspect, to accept the lack of consistency.
Yes, Reyes falling victim to exactly the same thing that snooker players find themselves falling victim to as they get older. Even the very best their potting from distance and also their ability to concentrate for sustained periods declines. People assume that pool players and ageing snooker players aren't so successful as the years go by because of deteriorating eyesight. It is a factor, but I think more important, the ability or the lack of ability to concentrate, and the fact that the pots go astray. Plus, of course, you pick up more and more mental scar tissue.
So here we have it. Efren now needing a lot of action on the cue ball over distance. He cannot play it with topspin, it will kill the cue ball there. Oh, did he make that look easy? He cheated the pocket there, pocketing the 3-ball in the side of the pocket, thereby creating an angle and enabling him to hit it with stun draw and a lot of left hand side.
All of those hours and hours of playing as a youngster, a teenager, then in his prime, and now when he's regarded as a grand old master of the game. And regardless of the result here, it's great to see him back on British shores.
Using his stroke not to force the angle, but to control the angle. Top players leave angles. They try to avoid the position like this. Immonen had a shot for the match. It was that long cut on the 3-ball, which he mishit. So after all the mistakes, it will be 7-6.
That's right, and make no mistake.
我们看到这个9号球是排在这个 foot spots 啊，也就是这个腿点啊。那1号球就是蛮靠近这个球台的中央啊，这是一个这个在过去从来没有尝试过的一个排球法。所以说我们看到这个米卡伊莫尼冲球冲得很轻啊，还是维持他在这个世界杯的一个冲球的方法，但是这一次是大失所望，没有球进。
而且1号球呢就放了呛死在右上角的底带。
好，再看一次啊，我们仔细看这个9号球啊，刚刚好在这个我们平常三角框的尖端啊，所以说1号球已经跑到了这个靠近球台的中央了。
这比赛是采取抢7局制啊。
好，那么现在2号球啊，可能要来一个中杆推杆啊，推一点点啊，推个差不多5公分左右，来做这个3号球的中带。好，我们看啊，一个中杆推杆啊，母球刚刚好往前走了5公分啊，相当的漂亮。那么为什么要往前走5公分呢？啊，这样子的话，做3号球，打3号球才可以很顺利的来做到4号球啊。好，我们看它往前推啊，往前推的话呢，大概就是要推下来了啊，推到台边啊，来做5号球。好，推到台边下来啊，弹一点点上来。好，那么6号球当然是来做另外一边的底带。好，6号球做了一个大角度的球啊，这样子的话。好，这个薄球啊，看看是走1颗星或者2颗星啊。这个7号球做上方的底带。好，我们看拉杆走了2颗星啊。当然了，这个走1颗星或者2颗星啊，这个完全要靠你刹车的这个能耐啊来决定啊。如果说你认为说这个球太薄了啊，这个直接走1颗星刹不了车，那你就必须要走2颗星了。 好，横台啊，力道控制的非常好啊，做到了9号球。所以我们看到这个 Efren 打球啊，这个速度非常的流畅啊。当然啦，这个一方面当然也是信心的问题啊，一方面也就是这个对这个整个啊这个环 Reyes
here, and I have watched a few, and it's the corner. I say the 8 goes in the right-hand corner pocket. Straight in.
Notice the one on the side.
Right.
That's the ball.
Both of those been going.
But that's the ball he's going to get paid off for, the one on the side. Fortunately for Immonen, the 2 ball found the position, but behind the orange 5, not allowing Reyes at the table with an offensive shot. He has to look elsewhere.
I think he's going to try to fan the 2 and put him behind the 9. He's got a good safe there, and he's got such good cue ball control. That's what he's doing.
Excellent observation, and
yeah.
You hit it right on the head when you said he's got great cue ball control.
And I've been talking for days about when you're going to snooker a guy, it's way bigger if you freeze the guy on the ball you're snookering him with, because it takes away a whole bunch of kicks.
Now, that's the strength of being able to pocket balls on the break, and I said a little earlier that if he's pocketing the 1 on the side with regularity, then he has control of the table. When you give Efren Reyes control of the table, it doesn't much matter if the ball's laying well or not. He's going to figure out a way to win the game.
You know what he's got here, Billy? I don't know if he knows it himself. He's got that trick shot where you shoot into the rail and hop over the 9. You see it, the side rail? I don't know if he's going to hit it anyway. You know the shot I'm talking about?
You mean he's going to elevate, hit the side rail?
Elevate a little, hit the side rail, goes right over the 9, and you got a chance to make the 2.
Well, you know, you're a very, very creative man, and a very creative player. And the more I look at this situation, the more I have the tendency to agree with that.
Yeah.
If he elevates over the 9, shooting the cue ball into the right side rail, the cue ball will then jump over the 9 and hit the 2. A very, very low percentage shot, but he may not have anything else.
No, it's a low percentage, but it's going to be lower percentage to do anything other than that and hit the 2. And you know, in this spot, if he had any possibilities at all, when I say there's an impossible kick or near impossible kick, tie up balls if you can, but he's not in that position.
Well, unfortunately, Reyes has actually frozen the cue ball solidly against the 9, actually precluding him from tying up any balls, because the only 2 balls that he can see are the 9 and the 3. And I don't believe he can tie up either one of those 2. So therefore, he has to do something. Now look, he's going to shoot your shot.
Well, I hope so, because he's supposed to know the shot.
Or
well, you got to have it in your repertoire, you know, for this particular situation. Well, if he elevates too much.
No, what he wants to do, he wants to hit the rail and bend it.
He's elevating too much.
No, he wants to hit the rail and bend it, Danny.
He's going to go past it. He's mad saying
he's
it.
Bending.
I see.
See, he's bending it.
Yeah.
So therefore, he didn't recognize the shot that you did.
No,
he did have a legitimate shot at bending it, but he wasn't able to do it. Reyes now has ball in hand. Balls are open once again. 3 ball near the lower right-hand corner. 4 ball adjacent from the side pocket. 5 ball in the open in the center, near the center of the table. 6 near the side pocket. 7, 9. Shouldn't be any problem for Reyes.
You see how close he got to the 3? When you're playing out there, trying to get close when you can get a chance to do that. You know, you could be a foot more away, but if you got a chance to get close, do it if it's not affecting pocketing.
Now he's going to go around table again here. 1, 2, 3 cushions. He's going to get close to the 5, and he's going to go toward the 5 in line. That's why he played position like that.
He's got to draw it back a few feet and get straight in. No, you don't have to. You just stop it and shooting it in the corner. Yeah, don't do more work than you have to.
Well, particularly if you feel good about your ball pocketing.
Yeah.
You know, if you can pocket balls, you're comfortable with your ability to pocket balls, then you play position for the corner more often. And I feel that if once you do that, I think that your run-out percentage goes way up, because when you move the cue ball.
And, you know, over the years, we've seen Efren play real well.
Right.
Right? But when he gets in this kind of gear, it looks like he's never going to miss. I'm sorry, I cut in on you. Go ahead.
这个年年的这个波兰这个 World Pro League 对都是陪绑的，但是这一年呢，感觉他进步很多。
对，每一位选手都会进步啊，然后高手也会老啊。
哎，1号球呢还是没有进左边的中袋，留下一个的呛死。
哎，有球进啊！我们看进的是2号球进了啊。
对。
好，那么现在1号球，但是跟母球距离太近了啊，有没有办法进攻呢？好，从这个角度来看，看不出来啊，因为我们看不出来母球跟1号球到底的距离是多少啊？这距离是个关键啊，距离太近就没有办法进攻了。好，有一点点距离啊，但是母球有没有办法闪过中带呢？
现在要进这1号球，他觉得应该不是问题哦。他现在大概是在想如何来做3号啊。
不是，这个母球会进中带啊，这个母球搞不好就进中带了啊，
小心啊！
这个有点好，看看，
好，打得很薄。哎呀，这个球1号球进了。
好，那么3号球可不可以过呢？3号球如果过不去的话，那就来打一个3-9组合球啊，可以过，
可以过，对，
清楚啊，非常的清楚。待会儿看看4号球在哪里。
4号球在上方啊。现在米卡伊莫的每一球都要步步为营，非常小心啊，因为他已经没有再后退的本钱了。
好，这个球还3号球打得非常不准了，借9号球进的嘞。如果说观众刚刚有仔细看的话啊，3号球打得非常不准了，借9号球进带的。
而且呢，刚才呢母球撞到6号球啊，现在母球停在球台中央。做到4号球左上角底带，不过是一个大角度的薄球啊。
好，这个哇，母球必须要闪过8号球啊，看看有没有办法闪得过去。
小心，
好，拉杆，好，只好走这个路线了啊。那这样子，我们看看过得去吗？
要不然可以来打一个5-7的组合球啊。
对，因为刚刚为什么不推杆走到5号球的右边啊？当然，最主要的原因就是因为8号球的位置有可能会挡住母球，所以说啊，他才只好来走这个路线啊，走左边的路线。好，过不去啊，就做安全球了啊，这没有办法的事情。
好，我们看现在应该还解得到啊。现在 Rios
可以打得到啊。问题是怎么样子来做安全球啊？这个当然，我们每一次不管是看 A-Friend 的这个比赛，或者是说跟他比赛啊，每一次都可以学到一点东西啊。这个因为 A-Friend 他真的是一位天才型的选手啊。这个安全球的路线啊，或者是说这个其他解球的路线啊，那有时候啊都会让我们啊这个相当的惊奇。
对，很多球是他打完之后，大家才想到哦，原来可以这样打。
对，有这个路线啊。
好，我们看看他这个球直接可以解得到。
好，下低杆啊，打薄球，准备利用6号球来吊球啊，力道控制得非常好，这一球好球，漂亮。一个漂亮的低杆左塞啊，低杆左塞。
看他有点很不满意啊，那
大概是太好解了。
对，
好，你看啊，可以打得到一点点，虽然说没办法进攻，但是可以让对手打到，他就非常不满意了啊。
5号球呢，这个画面上现在左边的这个角度已经被6号球给挡到。
好，看看要不要来灌底带。好，还是打安全球啊！打安全球的话，哎呀，放呛死了啊！放呛死了啊！这个球啊，其实米卡伊莫你可以尝试来灌底带啊。Fabio Petroni， 还有
Alex Lady， 还有 Bustamante。
好，打进绕球台出来，哦，漂亮。哎，过头了啊！好，过头了，又必须来绕球台。好，那么现在这个球可以来走一个，左塞啊，左塞中杆左塞啊，然后母球走2颗星啊，或者是3颗星啊，沿着左边啊再下来。我们看看是不是走这个路线啊？好，下左塞啊，我们看啊，沿着左边下来。 好球啊！这是一个中杆左塞的路线啊。
好球，左上角2颗星之后，现在做到了7号球。那么这场比赛呢，应该要结束了啊。
对，
要结束了，
差不多了啊。
好，现在我们看到 Reyes， 哇，对，当时呢刚刚出炉的世界冠军，这场比赛 Reyes 已经47岁了，面对28岁的年轻选手，这位 Mika Immonen 打起来呢可以说是4平8稳啊。那我们看到这场比赛呢，
最后一个9号球，
对，打进9号球，结果他以大比分呢，而且比赛还蛮悬殊的，7比2打败了 Mika Immonen， 要追就很难了。这是2位选手第一次在世界花式撞球大师赛里面的交手。
好，我们再来欣赏一下这个袅袅冲啊，看看1号球会不会进中袋。好，
又进了。
对，因为现在已经2位选手都已经有冲球的经验了啊。第1局2个人都冲不进啊，然后从这个第3局开始呢啊，当然了，这个都知道怎么去控制力量了啊，然后瞄准什么点啊，所以说这个当然1号球进中袋就变成了理所当然的事情了。
不过现在2号球呢，可能呢比较难进攻啊。那我们看看 Mika Immonen。
好，这个哇，这个组合球不好打啊，为什么呢啊？因为5号球贴着台边啊，这不好打。好，果然没进啊，这是一个难打的组合球。
哇，放枪给对方了。
对，好，那么现在这个组合球就非常好打了啊。
对，
这个几乎闭着眼睛就可以打得进了。
这是少林必死球。我们看到2-5的组合球打进，那现在2号球继续同样一个带，3号球就在它上面。
好，那么3号球考虑一下是要做上方底带呢，或者是说要来做同一个带啊？做同一个带的话，当然打半颗球啊，在右塞出去啊。那如果要做上方底带的话，就稍微打厚一点啊，打整颗一点。好啊，我们看到打半颗球1颗星上去啊，做同一个带啊，这是比较。这个一般来讲，9号球选手的一个比较合理的做球方式啊。当然啊，我们过去看到很多斯洛克选手啊，碰到这个球，有可能3号球就会做上方底带。好，那么现在6号球是不是来做中带啊？看看4号球是什么角度啊？直球直接拉杆，好，直接拉杆回来做到中带，再轻轻的推杆啊。
Immonen呢，他今天也是偶有失误啊。那刚才的那个2-5的组合球没打进，结果现在
对基本上来讲，他刚刚的那个2-5组合球拼的有点勉强啊，因为那个球我们刚刚已经讲了，是一个非常难打的组合球啊。
对，因为5号球贴着台边啊，他的切线的角度呢，感觉是不合理啊。但是他刚才勉强进攻，结果付出了代价。你看，现在呢 ，Reyes 准备要把比分拉开5比2。那这样对于Immonen来讲，他虽然贵为当年的世界冠军，但是
有时候也是要靠球运啊，有时候这个比赛也是要靠球运。
他一个比赛一个比赛状态都可能不一样啊，这必须要就是个别来谈的。现在5比2，在伦敦 Lakeside Shopping Center 所进行。